Okay, so once again, what we're doing is we're looking at creating more and more sophisticated shapes. And in this case, one of the processes that we're learning how to use is the follow me tool. And this is called the lathe operation. And we're going to create this goblet. So we're going to go through a series of steps, each time refining the shape. And this is the easiest way I've learned, I figured out how to do this. I'm going to grab my circle tool. Of course, you could use your polygon tool if you wanted to have the, instead of being perfect round, you wanted to have sides. I'm just going to go ahead and pull this out like so. Then I'm going to grab my rectangle tool and I'm going to draw a rectangle from the center out, something like this. And I know that that's got integrity because it's filled. So now I'll draw my goblet shape inside of this and carve away the parts that I don't need. And so by doing that, I'm going to have more integrity within the shape. So I'm going to grab my pencil tool. I'm going to start up here. I'm going to come down. Let's go down to about right here. Click, go down about right here. Click, go down to about right here. Click. And then I'm going to erase away this part here. And there is my shape. So I'm going to go ahead and do a lathe. So I'm going to select my path. I'm going to grab my follow me tool. And there's my first iteration. Now I'm going to undo that, step backwards. And I'm going to make this a little bit more sophisticated. So each time, what I'm going to do is change the geometry a little bit and make it a little bit more sophisticated. Now that I know I've got a working shape, I can experiment with this. So I'm going to grab my eraser tool. I'm going to erase this shape right here. I'm going to grab my 2-point arc tool and I'm going to click and draw a 2-point arc from there to there. So now I've got that curve there. Now I'm going to come in. I'm going to erase this shape here. Then I'm going to do a 2-point arc from here down to here and pull that in. And see, once again, I know that shape has integrity. So if I select my path and then use the follow me tool, and now I have something like this. So you see how I'm refining the shape as I go. So now, the next thing I want to do is grab my offset tool. I'm going to click on this shape and offset it. And then I'm going to use the geometry by capping it like so. And I want to keep some of this, and some of this I don't. So I'll come and cap it like this. Okay, cap it. Let's see how are we going to do this. So let's cap it like here. And then let's erase this, and erase this, and erase this. Okay, that's looking pretty good. And then let's see here. Let's have this snap to there. And then we'll erase this. All right, so there's our path, right? So once again, I'm making this more and more sophisticated each time. And once again, I'll grab my shape, the path, and grab my follow me tool and click. And there's my goblet, right? Each time I can make it a little bit more sophisticated. And after I get that integrity for that path, then I can just swap out pieces. So I'm going to take this top part off here and delete that. Once again, the shape becomes invalid, but I'm going to fix it by capping the end with my arc tool. Pull that up into space. And now it's going to have a nice rounded edge. So as you can see here, as you do this type of operation, you can refine it each time until you get something more to your liking after you get that integrity. Okay, after you get that initial integrity. And that's the way I create a lot of shapes in SketchUp. Okay, so that shape should be valid. All right. And that's another example of how to use the lathe tool and a follow me operation.